Yes. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm seeing that people are still joining. So we'll begin with our webinar. I'd like to welcome everyone to our Track, Trace, Transform, the Future of AI and IoT-driven traceability webinar. So today, you all are going to discover about how Credible, with the help of AI and IoT solutions, is transforming the traceability with real-time insights, predictive analytics, and smarter logistics. Next slide. Yeah. So previous slide. So before moving ahead, I'd like to take you all through some housekeeping rules. The whole webinar is going to be recorded and will be sent to the attendees afterwards. All the participants' mics will be disabled during the webinar. So please post your questions in the Q&A box if you have any. And during the end of the webinar, like towards the end, we are going to have a Q&A session where you can ask your questions and our experts will answer all of them. Please, next slide. So I'd like to introduce the speakers of our webinar today. We have Parth here, who is the co-founder and CTO of Credible, and Rajesh, who is Director of Business Development APAC. Next slide. Yeah. So today's agenda for our webinar is we'll have a brief introduction about Credible. Then going ahead, Path will walk you all through the AI-powered traceability and a short demo of our traceability platform. Then moving ahead, Rajesh will take you through the smart factory automation with the IoT system. And at the end, we'll have a Q&A session. So now I'll hand over the presentation to Path.
Thank you, Rucha. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this presentation. I'm Parth Patil. I'm co-founder and CTO of Credible, and I focus on the technology aspect of our platform, especially the AI angle. So I'll walk you through our platform. I'll give a brief background on our vision and our thought process. Next slide, please. So a little bit about the company first. So Credible is a sustainability focused AI company. We have four key offerings that we provide today. The first is our AI powered ESG platform. This is something that is very well received in the Indian market and now in Europe as well, where we have more than 100 customers who are using our platform for critical uh, ESG tracking workflows and for publishing reports which are audit ready. Second, we have a platform that helps banking and financial institutions to do the climate risk of their portfolios. So whether this is the climate risk of the companies that they are funding, or it could be the climate risk of an entire portfolio that they're managing. Third is the supply chain traceability platform. This is the one that we are going to focus on today. So today we have multiple large textile manufacturers who use our platform to track and trace their products end to end in the supply chain. So right from raw materials all the way till finished products that are then sold in the international market. So for example, in the textile space, we have more than 1 billion finished goods that are being tracked on our platform. So 1 in every 5 bed sheets and 1 in every 4 towels that is sold in the US goes through our traceability platform. Then fourth is our ESG services. So this is something we offer to companies who are also interested in getting ESG advisory and service along with the tech platform. Next slide, please. So these are some of the customers that we are already servicing both in the ESG space and in the traceability domain. Next slide, please. So I'll talk about the AI-powered traceability platform. Next slide. But before I go into that, we're going to do a quick poll. I request everyone to look at this screen and look at this poll and please provide their inputs. We'll maybe give a minute for people to respond to this. So where does your organization face the biggest traceability challenge? Okay, thanks everyone. So we can go to the next slide. So before I dive into our AI powered traceability platform, I wanted to set some context with what's happening in the AI space and how that relates to traceability and what Credible is doing with these AI advancements, right? So if we look at the brief history of AI, till very recently, till 2022, AI was mostly good at handling very structured and very numerical oriented data, right? So if you had lots of data with numbers, you had like very nicely cleaned up Excel sheets, or if you have SAP systems where this data is already of very high quality, AI was able to do a decent job with this kind of data. But it was bad at handling complex text heavy data, right? So by text heavy data, I mean PDF reports or certificates. This could be certificates for sustainability, or this could be audit reports from your suppliers. This could be receipts or bills from various purchases that you're making in your factories that relate to sustainability or relate to traceability. So AI was not good at handling text heavy data. But then towards the end of 22 until 2025, this new kind of AI came on the scene called generative AI. Now that was introduced by OpenAI, and today most of us have used it, called ChatGPT. So the technology behind that, which is generative AI, is a new kind of AI which is extremely good at understanding human language. It is extremely good at understanding large amounts of textual heavy data, right? So it could be several hundred pages of PDF reports where there is data that we are interested in, but it is spread out all across the document. These could be certificates, audit reports, bills, receipts, etc. So AI has gotten very good at this, and this is, I'm talking about the capability that is available today in 2025. And in the very near future, starting 26 and beyond, what what we think is that AI is going to get much smarter, and it is going to get much more autonomous. So not just understand the data, but it will be able to act autonomously on this data. It will be able to make decisions. It will be able to plan contingencies when certain things don't work. So it will become more and more uh, like a digital employee which can do things on its own, right? So this is where things are headed in the AI world, right? I wanted people to kind of get a sense and a feel for this before we go further. Next slide, please. So what is this capability that the AI just got, which is understanding human language? What is this capability doing in the professional landscape, right? What kind of opportunities is it unlocking? So according to me, the biggest impact is on the knowledge work. So we are seeing a huge transformation of knowledge work powered by Gen AI, right? So let's understand a little bit, what does knowledge work mean? So any work that requires processing of a huge amount of information, that is knowledge work, right? So imagine people who are in the compliance department within organizations who are responsible for making sure their supply chains are compliant with certain regulations. There are people doing ESG operations within organizations. So they have to look at a lot of information, a lot of data, and they have to make decisions. They have to create reports for their internal stakeholders, external stakeholders, for their auditors, for their customers, etc. So this is very knowledge heavy work, a very information heavy work, right? So this is what I mean by knowledge work. And this sort of work is getting fundamentally transformed because of Gen AI, right? And that is again because Gen AI is able to handle a lot of this complex text heavy data, which was not possible till very recently. And if you look at traceability as a domain, this is very much what falls in knowledge work, right? So the people who are responsible for handling the traceability within organizations, what they are doing is essentially, it's fundamentally knowledge work. So what we think is that Gen AI is going to play a very big transformational role in the jobs that people in this domain are doing. People in traceability are doing, whether they are in compliance, whether they are in procurement, whether they are on the merchandising side, whether they are on the customer facing side, where they have to provide data to customers, whether they are handling audits, they will benefit immensely from Gen AI. And what we are doing at Credible, our vision is to help people transition into this new world where we have this amazing capability, and this capability we can leverage to do a lot of this heavy lifting, a lot of this data analysis, a lot of this crunching of this complex textual data, automate that, hand it to AI so that we as traceability professionals in working in this domain, we can focus on more critical things, on more important things that will really move the needle towards better traceability, better sustainability, right? So, for example, a lot of the professionals that we talk to in this space today, they spend a lot of their time on this data crunching, on making sense of all this data, creating reports. Instead, their time would be better served by engaging different stakeholders in their domain, right? They could be spending more time talking to their suppliers, educating them on the best practices for improving their sustainability. They could be talking to internal stakeholders and making them understand the importance of becoming more sustainable, on adopting more traceability practices to give better visibility within their own operations, etc. Right? So that's our vision, and that's what we are doing here at Credible. We are building that platform to assist the information heavy work in traceability, so that the traceability professionals have more time to do deep engagements that will move the needle. Next slide, please. So we wanted to do another quick poll. So you should see another poll pop up on your screens. How confident are you in AI's ability to reduce traceability errors? So what we see today is there are some people who are quite bullish on AI, and there are some people who are still not convinced about the capability of AI to help, at least in case of the traceability workflows and the domain. Would love to hear from you guys what you think. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so again, as I said, what AI is doing is um, I explained about how AI is transforming knowledge work, and the platform that we have built. These are the capabilities that it offers currently. So So what we offer is you can come to the platform, define a product line. So product line is basically defining what is it that you are manufacturing. You can define all the stages and the raw materials that your product takes as input. Then you can basically define the compliance checks that you want the platform to do. So the platform will check for the different documents that are needed at different stages of the supply chain. I'll be demonstrating this in the demo. We have support for various different compliances today out of the box. So once you say, I'm targeting this sort of compliance, we have ready to go rules that you can deploy across supply chain, and the AI will use these rules to check if you're compliant. And finally, you can do traceability today on our platform at different levels of granularity. So you can do at a very granular level, which is the batch level traceability. So you can track and trace each batch at every step of your supply chain, or you can do one level up, which is the purchase order or PO level traceability. Or if you just simply want to map out the different suppliers in your supply chain and just show that, that is also available as an option. Next slide. So what we want to do in the very near future, what we're working on, is we want to support more traceability regulations. We know that there are more and more regulations that are coming up across the world in different geographies. They have their own regulations, and there are different checks that these regulators will do when the product is shipped to those geographies. So we are building a more comprehensive set of rules and support for these regulations. Second, we want to do more proactive notifications and alerts when certain compliance checks fail within your supply chain. So we want to make it more and more uh, real time and automated, where the right people in your organization will be notified when there is a problem. Third, we are uh, automating even the suggestions for improving your traceability and improving your sustainability posture. So there are a lot of these things that we can analyze with AI, and we can provide that as a suggestion, right? So we can say that, hey, if you ask your supplier to improve their policy statement, this will actually be better, both for them and for you, right? Or you can say, hey, if you actually also get this kind of certificate that helps you make your claims with more confidence, right? So things like that. And as the regulations change, we can keep our customers up to date with suggestions and improvements on what they can do with their traceability operations. Next slide, please. Okay, so now I'll do a quick demo of the product, what it looks like, what capabilities it has. So I'll share my screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen here. So what I'll show first is the concept of product line, how that is configured in our platform, and then how does that help you check for the compliances in your supply chain, right? So what you're seeing here, this is a product line that I have set up for the car tire manufacturing, right? So here you see there are different stages that I have configured in this product line. So the stages start with the raw material. So in the making of a car tire, it starts with the rubber farming. So that is set up here as a stage. There is rubber mixing, there is tread and sidewall extrusion, so on. So these are all the different stages, all the way till the finished goods are created, right? So we allow our customers to set up all these different stages for their product line. And what we also do is we provide a library of stages that the customers can use out of the box, right? So we do this for them as part of the platform. So this is all the configuration part that is done by the customer success team. Now, once these stages are set up, now what we can do is we can set up rules for each of these stages where the AI can check for compliance at different stages within the value chain of this product, right? So what I can say is, I can say that at the rubber farming stage, I'm expecting that there will be a document that gives me the geographic location of where this rubber is coming from. That document is called GeoJSON document, and it basically has the boundary of the plot from where the rubber is coming from. So I can tell the AI that I'm looking for this document and I want you to check for certain things within the document. So here I'm saying that the coordinates should not overlap with the deforestation protected area. So we have a comprehensive database of all the protected forests across the world. So what we're asking the AI is to check if there is an overlap between the plot from where the rubber was sourced and between any protected habitat, right? So if that happens, it will flag it as a problem. Then further, I'm saying that at this stage, I'm expecting a due diligence statement from the farmer or from the FPO or whoever is supplying the rubber. There has to be a due diligence statement. And within the diligence statement, I'm asking the AI to check for these different clauses, right? And if you notice here, the clauses that I'm asking the AI to check within those documents, this is specified in just plain normal English, right? This is not something very, let's say, sophisticated. You almost need no training to even specify these rules, right? So our system already comes uh, pre-configured for different rules for different kinds of documents and compliances. So you can directly say, I want to do this check and import these rules, and you can further add your own rules in just plain English, right? So this could be additional rules that you want the AI to check within the documents that are being provided by the farmers or by the stakeholder at that stage in the supply chain. So this is very, very powerful, right? You can imagine how much power this gives you, right? This automatically makes you audit ready, compliance ready as the data is flowing into the system from different parts of your value chain. So similarly, there are more certificates configured here. I'm also expecting an FSC certification to be present. And even within the certificate, I'm asking the AI to check for certain things. So once all these checks are done, let me show you what the traceability looks like, what the compliance check looks like. So here I have a line item that I want to check. This is a traceability of a garment. So I can basically I can check and I can load up the traceability. Sorry, this is the traceability of a tire. We were demonstrating the value chain for a car tire. So this is the entire traceability starting from the rubber on the right side, the raw material. And as you go further in the supply chain towards the left, these are the intermediate finished goods, and then the finished good at the end, right? So this is my supply chain for my product. Now I can switch on the audit mode. This audit mode is now uh, trigger the AI to apply those audit rules that we set up in the configuration phase, right? So the rules that I showed you here, when we created the product line and all these rules that we set up at each stage, these are the rules which the AI is now applying at these respective stages, and it is checking if there is any problem. So here I'm seeing that there are some problems in these stages. So now I can check on that and see what the problem is. So here, when I check on one of the rubber farmers, I see that one of the checks that has failed is that the EUDR, or the European Union Deforestation Compliance check, has failed. So I can see view details and I can see why that has failed. So I get a quick summary of why it has failed. One is, it is saying that this was sourced from a location that overlaps with the Kaziranga National Park, which is a protected habitat, right? So that's why the check has failed. If I click on the view map, it even shows me that this rectangular box is the area from where the raw materials were sourced, and it clearly overlaps with a protected habitat, and that is a problem, right? So it has flagged that issue. Now let's look at some other issues that it has flagged. So there is another one which says ensure and verify FSC certificate. If I click on view details, I'll zoom in just a little bit so you can see these rules that were checked. There were three rules that we set up. One is ensure the certification status is valid. So that check has failed. The AI is saying that this certificate is no longer valid. We will see in a second why that is the case. But there are other checks which it did on the document which are actually passing. So let's see why the certification status is not valid. So if I click on this, I can see the document that was provided. So if you see here, the problem with this document is that at a high level, it looks like an FSC certificate, but if you look at the certification status, it says terminated, right? So basically, this certificate is no longer active. It is no longer valid for the supplier, and that is the problem, right? And this the AI can easily check for these things. And if you see the rule that actually we set up, the language is also very is very relaxed, right? It's very naturally sounding language. We are saying ensure certification status is valid. We didn't even ask it to check whether it is terminated or active, right? We didn't say that. We just said go and check it's valid. But the AI is smart enough to understand that if certification status is terminated, then this is not a valid certificate, right? So that's the power of this new generation of AI, generative AI, where it really understands our intent when we ask it to do something in plain English, right? So that's the power. So that's the power we are bringing into our platform and making it very easy for our users to use and leverage this technology to become more productive and save them a lot of time, right? So this is just a quick demo I wanted to show. There are many more aspects to the platform, to its capabilities, which we are happy to schedule separate demos if anyone is interested in going into the details. We'll also be doing follow-up webinars where we'll be highlighting more capabilities. So that's all from my side for the demo. Uh, Now, what we'll do is we will move on to the next part of the presentation, which is the IoT and the factory automation capabilities that we have. So this is again like a very deep capability that we have that is being used at scale today by several large manufacturers in India, notably Wellspun uses our capabilities on their shop floor across their factories. We have many other customers who are using our factory automation capabilities. So I'll hand it over to Rajesh to take over the presentation for this section.
Yeah, thank you, Parth. Uh, your demonstration was great. And now I'll take up the part of IoT systems. So smart factory automation with IoT system is the second interesting part of this webinar. So we'll be talking about how IoT helps in manufacturing. So yeah, so overview of modern manufacturing challenges. So since we have many participants coming up from manufacturing sector, so there are various challenges. So the challenges are like supply chain instability, skilled labor shortage, cope up with new technologies, managing rising cost, then changing consumer behavior. So there are many more challenges that are there. So to manage all these challenges, we need intelligent factory automation. Now, what does intelligent factory automation means? Integrating advanced technologies like AI, then IoT, robotics in your current process. This will give you an efficient manufacturing environment, and thus you will be moving towards Industry 4.0. So likewise, if you apply all these new technologies, then you will get good results. and you will be able to manage the challenges that are coming up. Introduction, we'll be introducing here Factory Connect, then WMS and dispatch solution. Actually speaking, in credible traceability, we have 6 modules, one of which Parth has just explained, that is platform, traceability platform. And the remaining 5 are there like Factory Connect, WMS, dispatch management system. Then we also have waste management and counterfeiting solutions. So today we'll be talking about Factory Connect, WMS, and dispatch solutions. The remaining 2 will be talking in the next maybe coming up webinar. Next slide, please. So here is a poll time. So just take part in this poll. Where do you currently use or plan to use IoT devices in your operations? Can we move on, please? Yeah. So as I said that in today's webinar, we will be talking about Factory Connect, warehouse management system and dispatch management system. So let us start with Factory Connect first. So all these 3 modules are backed by IoT. So IoT is nothing but Internet of Things. There are 2 more terms that are used with IoT, that is IIoT, that is Industrial Internet of Things, and AIoT, that is Artificial Intelligence IoT. So we'll be using AI plus IoT. As you have seen, AI is already there in our traceability platform, and other parts also will be putting AI's capabilities soon. So here, what we are going to do is seamlessly machine integration. So Factory Connect is basically nothing but data automation. So what we do in data automation is we collect the data from the factory floor and we put it in your ERP system, whatever ERP system you have. At each stage, we can collect the data using various IoT devices, and these devices vary from sensors, cameras, RFIDs, scanners, and all. So there are various devices, those are used, and with the help of that, we can seamlessly connect with the machine. Then real-time productivity insights we can provide you, and then we can have connectivity with SAP or any other ERP system that you are using. Next. So Factory Connect, that is data automation. So what are the key features that we provide in data automation? So multiple stages handled with machines. So we have various devices, and all these your production multiple stages will be handled by those machines, and data will be automatically picked up. User-wise productivity we can provide you. Machine-wise productivity can also be provided to you. Track the product on the floor before finished goods. So we can track the products in which stage it is, since it has started the process. So you can catch it that up to what stage that product or that process has gone, and you can see the details. Material consumption, so how much material consumption has happened, that can also be provided with the help of that Factory Connect module. Search exact location via QR code. We can also provide you with, QR codes at every stage. And due to this, number of things can happen. Like one of the thing is search exact location. All these things are done with the help of various devices, and SAP integration happens wherein we'll be putting the data into SAP, and we'll also be fetching the data from SAP at various stages. So this is what the key features we offer. Next, benefits of data automation or factory connect. So what benefits you'll get? Faster decision making, eliminates data silos, reduce manual entry. So at each stage, what will happen is in your process, manufacturing process, we pick up the data automatically. So there is no need of entering the data manually. And because of that, you will find that the errors are reduced. Predictive insights, improved compliance and reporting, and scalability. So these are various benefits of our Factory Connect or data automation. So one use case I wanted to just discuss, please go back. So related to data automation, I just wanted to provide you one use case here. We came across one client wherein this client is a big player in plywood industry, and we not only have given them the data automation part, but the requirement was something different. They wanted data collection with QC, quality control. So this plywood manufacturer at the end, when the finished good is produced, wanted to check the finished good for the quality. And you know that the plywood is maybe 8 by 4 feet long or something like that. And manually they were doing it by hammering the plywood, and then based on the sound they were trying to check whether the plywood is of good quality or bad. We provided a solution in quality check as well there, and we scanned the finished good, that is a plywood, and based on our scanning we can flag whether this output or whether this finished good is of good quality or bad quality. So we not only provide data automation here, sometimes we also go out of the box and we help the client. So data automation plus various things those are needed for this completion of the process. We generally do that. Next slide, please. So let us talk about the next, that is warehouse management, that is WMS. WMS, we know that every manufacturer has warehouses, and in these warehouses, generally the raw material, semi-finished good or finished goods are kept. So it is very important to manage the warehouses efficiently. Otherwise, there will be issues of putting or storing the goods. Next slide. Now, the key features of what we provide as a WMS solution is QR tracking. So here we are tracking the material based on the QR codes again. By scanning the QR codes, we can track the material in the warehouse. Location mapping can be done, that where exactly it is placed. Then quick dispatch. So because we know where the material is kept, which material is kept in which shelf, so it is very easy for dispatching those materials at the time of dispatch. Location search. So it may happen that a company has number of different warehouses, and to track the material, that which material is kept in which warehouse, that again becomes a difficult job. So we provide in WMS interface to the client, wherein that interface will exactly find out the location of the product that is to be dispatched. So this is again an important part which we have given to our clients. Next is risk management. So there are various industries where the product is to be kept and shipped in a proper manner. Either it can be first in first out or last in first out. So we can apply various algorithms in WMS in order to manage the risk. So that also can be done with the help of WMS. Next, please. So benefits of warehouse management. So inventory accuracy. So we get accurate inventory, that how much inventory is lying in our warehouses. Faster order fulfillment. So whenever we want to put the orders in the dispatch side, so you can do it fast. Then improved stock visibility. So based on this interface, which is provided in WMS, we can definitely see the availability of the stock. Space optimization, of course, this interface which we provide to you will give you understanding that how much space is left out, how much is filled. So all this information will be at your fingertips. Reduce manual errors. So because we are using various IoT devices here, so what will happen is which product is to be placed where, and then when it is kept, that information again goes to the interface. If it is done manually, then definitely yes, searching the products, finished goods, it becomes very difficult. And cost reduction, of course. So due to this WMS, you'll be able to find that a lower labor cost, storage, and holding cost will be applied. Now talking about the use case again here. So in WMS, I just wanted to give one example, one use case here that is related to steel company. We are providing a solution to one steel company because they were having one pain point, and that pain point was they were taking long time to load their trucks with the steel sheets. Usually when they were doing it manually, they used to take around 8 hours to load a single truck, which they came up to us and have explained that this is a very big time and this is a trouble to us. We have given them a solution on WMS, and now with the help of this interface as well as various IoT devices, they are able to load their truck in 4 hours. So that is what this WMS module can make a difference. So I just wanted to point it out. Next slide, please. Yeah, it's a poll time. Please take out time to answer this. Which benefit of IoT matters most to your business? Can we move on? Yeah. So now we'll be talking about dispatch management system. So dispatch in itself is a very big task in the manufacturing industry. And if it is not handled in a proper manner, there can be number of issues. So the dispatch module which we provide, it starts from loading the vehicle, tracking the vehicle, unloading the vehicle, then tracking upstream suppliers. Now upstream suppliers can start from your C&F, distributor, dealers, retailers. So up to that level we can track. And this module is again a very important module in track and trace. Next slide. So what are the key features of our dispatch management? So we provide auto material and stock maintenance in dispatch module, quick loading and unloading, that is also supported here, user assignment for delivery, then internal warehouse and depot movement, Geo tracking. So as I said, we can also track the trucks which are shipped, and we can give you the exact locations of the truck as well. So this is what we do in our dispatch management system. Next slide, please. Now, what benefits we offer? We can give you the benefits related to this route optimization, real-time tracking, automated scheduling, proof of delivery. So proof of delivery can also be tracked here. Improved customer satisfaction, compliance and documentation. So all these benefits we can provide you in dispatch management system. So as a case study, I'll just put one example here. I'll give you the explanation related to one of the case that came to us, and it was from FMCG sector. Here, the client wanted to have a dispatch management system, only this module, and track the finished good till consumer. Also wanted to provide counterfeit counterfeiting solutions because they were afraid that their finished goods are getting compromised somewhere, and provide scheme benefits. So we can do all these things. We have given them the solution in which we are providing full tracking till consumer, finished good is tracked till consumers. Then we have provided them the counterfeiting solutions also, and they were providing some schemes to their dealers and to the end consumers. So we were able to provide them the solution in which now they are able to directly benefit the dealers or the end consumers. So that also we have done here. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this was related to WMS, DMS, and Factory Connect. Now I'll be just offering a free POC and consultation to the participants of this webinar. So what you can get here is a traceability platform POC, which will be for 8 days. Then one PO can be tracked in this. We will provide Excel template, and this Excel template will be used for data filling by your team. Then once you fill the data in the Excel template, you please forward it to us, you share it with us. Then our team will be uploading that data on the platform, customizing the platform for you, and then handing it over to you for checking how traceability works. So this is related to traceability platform. Also, we are offering free POC and consultation related to data automation, that is Factory Connect. Now this POC will be of 8 days duration. Then pilot will be in one stage, one of your stage of manufacturing. So we'll be providing one stage pilot here. Here we'll be providing you Excel template with application link. So there'll be a link to the application which you have to download. Then once you fill the data in the Excel template, you just provide that back to us, and then we'll be customizing the app, loading your data, uploading your data in the app, and then you can use that app for the process in and process out of that particular stage. In the process out, in the process in, first of all, you will be able to see the data in the app which you have provided. Based on that, the process will take place. And then in the out, you will be able to find out the QR code which you can print or you can just scan. So this is how we are going to give you an offer. Now this offer you can apply in next 2 to 3 days, and for that what we need to do is you need to means contact us. Uh, so for these POCs, you can just mention that which type of POC you would like to go ahead with, traceability platform or maybe Factory Connect. So next steps on POC. Yeah, so I have already informed the participants. There is a poll. You please go through that. What you would like to do next? Hope you have answered this. Now, based on this poll, we will also get the insights from your side that what you would like to do next. Also, you can put emails to our team members, and then we will contact you for the next steps related to the POC. Next slide. Yeah, so it is now Q&A time. So you can post your queries in the Q&A section, and we will try to take these queries up. As we have a limited time, we'll take some of these queries.
So there are already some questions that were asked, and our teammates have also responded to those questions.
Can we just reiterate those questions? So there is a question for you, Parth. Are all
Yeah,
these operations vertically integrated?
correct. So basically here we have there's a very comprehensive answer also in the chat for whoever wants to look at the details. But we have different kinds of solutions for different stages of the supply chain, right? So for the suppliers, we let them directly provide data, documents, and we can put rules to check those documents. Then for the main customer who's taking up a solution, they get a certain set of capabilities, and then there is the support for even the downstream stakeholders within the supply chain beyond our customer, who can either directly provide the data or they can pass it on to our primary customer, who can then upload it on their behalf, right? So it's a very flexible solution. We can configure it in the appropriate way based on the requirement and the context of the customer. So yes, both are supported, either vertically integrated or fragmented.
Any other question, anyone? So basically, we are providing end-to-end traceability here. As I said, we have 6 modules starting from the platform, then using AI and then IoT systems. We have further more modules, and we can provide you full traceability uh, in all your various stages. We can provide the traceability like maybe dispatch section, maybe warehouse, maybe counterfeiting side, waste management, whatever waste you generate in the production process. So that can also be tracked. So here, I think there are no questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rajesh and Path, for this insightful session. And I'd like to thank all the participants for joining our today's webinar. So we have put the contact details in the chat box, and I'd request all of you, like, you can feel free to reach out to us anytime in the future. Thanks a lot. I hope you all found the session insightful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot.
so much, everyone,
Bye
for
bye.
attending.